Okay, we are going to be doing some mixed media today for this layout. Well, actually, it's not a layout. I'm doing a lot of prep work to have a bunch of flowers already done using mixed media sheets so that I can have them as embellishments for a few layouts in the future. So I'm just spraying all of these sheets with oxide ink, and I'm using two different stamp sets. This one's called Floral Fantasy from Altenew. And then the other one that you'll see shortly is going to be Wallpaper Art, also by Altenew. And I'm using this is from Close to My Heart, just black archival ink, and stamping it on these dried sheets now, sprayed with the oxide ink, so I got like the nice watercolor effect on all of them. And then honestly, I stamped the entire sheet. This is just like an 8 by 10 piece of cardstock from Printworks, and I truly just sit while watching YouTube videos and cut them all out. It was a labor of love, but I'm so happy that I have tons of these to work with. Okay, now that I'm back and I have all of my flowers complete, I have flowers for days, so I would definitely use some on this layout, but then have more to come with my stamping and fussy cutting of all of this. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, it took a lot of time, but I watched a show and some YouTube videos and I got it all done, and I have plenty to have in my stash. And I did it again in a yellow form because I felt like I had too much coral. So the thought is I am going to be documenting the way her room looks right now this year. And I feel like I'll have like the cluster of flowers down the side is my idea. And then using the Juniper stamp from Carrie Bradford, I'm going to stamp out the word bedroom and then create a little bit of a flip up to hide my journaling. And then on this side, I do want to tell the story of her learning to swim on her own this summer. And so I'm going to have another little flip out element there. And then from the Wrong Ron Mamby sticks, I pulled out this green foliage, and then I'm going to use Enjoy the Moment as like my title, and then have this kind of stick out on the side as like an embellishment and have this kind of flip up. I've pulled out some green cardstock for that flip up because I also feel like I might have a little bit of a border is my thought. And then I also have these stickers in case I can use some of these little holographic ones out for this side. So these are the 2 pages we'll complete together right now. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and we'll get this done. Okay, so let's start by making this flip out pocket, or not flip out pocket, a flip out that I wanted to do with these 2 photos. I thought it would be super cute to kind of have the photo where she was last wearing the floaties to go swimming, and then the one where she is jumping in without the floaties to go swimming. So I'm just using a piece of 8 by 10 cardstock. This one is also from Printworks, and I am using the corner rounder for a few of these layouts. Yeah, lately I've just been liking the look of rounded corners once again. And so you just saw me make the hint. So I just matted it on this green paper and then left about an inch of paper. That way I knew where to fold, and then I could insert the other photo ready to go. So I love the ones that I have picked out. So Enjoy This Moment's going on the bottom, and I had every intention of thinking I was going to put the little row of leaves on the side, but then I kind of just stacked them up like so, like above it or below the pictures, but above the quote. And I love this one so much more, the way that kind of looks, because at least it stacks above it, almost like this triangle layout too. So I really appreciate it. So then these like holographic stickers I've had in my collection forever, and I decided to put the word yay on the actual photo inside, and then the journaling will kind of reflect the story I'm trying to tell. And then I just thought, you know what, let's just try to use the entire sticker sheet and layer all of these along the side. And it worked out perfectly to have 2 thin word thick stickers from it, and then 2 thicker stickers, meaning like the love and the today on opposite sides, and then the tropical life, and then this one that says sunshine in diagonal, so that they weren't just all on one side versus the other. And I love the way that turned out. I love the flip out. And then I had a few of these like holographic also like palm tree leaves, and it just, like I said, worked out perfectly. So I'm done with that one, and let's move on to the other side. So I take out this stencil. This is from Prima. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just a small floral print. And I'm using fossilized amber, worn lipstick, and then marmalade, I want to say, is the orange I have. And I do a very light blending technique for the background. Obviously, a lot of this gets covered up, but it is okay. It was just still for the effect of not leaving the page blank so far. And I'm going to keep the photo probably on the upper third of it. And this is how I start to kind of arrange these flowers that I have now at my disposal for all that nice hard work that I did. And just having them in a row was the simplest way and most, I think, like packs a punch kind of way. So I love that. And so I'll start slowly adhering them down and rounding the corners of my photo. And then I was deciding how I'm going to include my journaling. So I'll be making another like flip 2 for the journaling. And I just decided to back that photo with some pattern paper from my collection. I think that pattern paper, I used the other half of it on a memory planning layout recently. So it was like a rainbow. So I used, I think, most of the cools before. So this is like the warmer side of the colors. But it still totally works with this layout. I'm so glad the way this turned out. Kind of serendipitous. It's always good when you have like your scraps of paper sitting in front of you, because you can pull things out like that just work really effortlessly for it. And I'm just using my ATG gun to attach most of this. I have a feeling I want to go back with some liquid glue because I don't want to risk them falling off, but we'll see how it handles as I continue on. So I take out Junifer. That's that long, skinnier stamp from Carrie Bradford. I love it. It kind of reminds me of a Ray Dunn-esque like print. So I'm going to stamp out the word bedroom. And again, folks, I am still an amateur stamper, but this came out pretty good, I will admit. So it's just about getting like a good clean impression. So I do have a few different ink pad sets to try in my scrapbook.com order soon. So if you have any other suggestions for good stamp inks to get for my collection, please let me know. So I'm using this stamp set first to just write out the word bedroom, and then I was like, should I just leave it like that or not? And what I decided to do is get another font style by Heidi Swapp. It doesn't have a name, but it's kind of like this marquee looking letters, and I just stamp the word her, but I do it like in a vertical way instead of like landscape. I thought about putting on the side there, as you saw, and I was like, you know what, having it right along the side. So I like the contrast between the lettering really a lot. So that worked out really well. And then this is how I'm making the flip. So I made it into a strip. I'm going to fold it in half, and then leave enough room for journaling to be underneath that. And I do all my journaling on my computer, and I just print it out on copy paper, and that's truly how I get the effect. And that will definitely like wrap it up. So I'm just kind of gonna attach it and then like cut off all the edges that come off the edge of the page, and that will wrap it up. So I'm so glad that this came together quite easily. You know, it's one thing too, I don't always want to do 2 full page spreads, so these are both like independent from each other, but I think they complement each other as you flip through this book. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.